Hi everyone, I'm Poon and this is my wife Yo.
Today we want to share our story with you.
We met through work. We worked together as a team about 10-11 years ago. And of course, what attracted my wife to me, she has a lot of kindness in her. She has a big heart. That was one of the main points that attracted me to her.
Because both of us are architects, so I think for him was how he used creativity to give to others. One of the main projects that he shared with us is actually St. Andrew's Autism School, which he shared the thought process on how he traced the experience of an autistic person and how to actually prepare them for the society. That really attracted, and eventually we did a lot of institution projects that's around this. Yeah, so that kind of brought us together, and we got married after and had 3 kids. So I grew up as a Christian. I used to go to church, but I stopped going for a while. So when we met, I was a Christian, but not church-going Christian.
So for me, all along, I wasn't spiritually inclined to any religion. Really thought about hard work to succeed in life. So that was the life goal then. After when we got married, we started a family, first with Emma, and then subsequently Fred and Vera. The beginning years were all good until COVID hit. I think that was the period where everything went down.
Yeah. In 2021, when Poon decided to start out on his own, there were a lot of pressures coming from all fronts. Of course, at the same time, we were also facing pressure from work, pressure from my maternal family. Relationships were strained, and the family environment was very, very, very harsh. That's where we hit rock bottom. Yeah, and we agreed to amicably split ways.
During that period, there was a lot of rage and anger that I can't control, honestly, because it was coming from all fronts, from work, and then that actually seeps into the family, which was very unhealthy.
So every day, I think I found myself crying non-stop. There were a lot of frustrations as to why things are not in place, especially at home front where, the children are coming to you. I just couldn't find a way out, and I actually attempted suicide twice. Butterflies and moths are always the mode of communication between my prayers and God. The second time that I attempted suicide, actually a giant moth landed on my leg, and that was where it broke that suicide thought, and I knew God was near. So I began praying, and actually my prayer was, God, where are you? I can't do this anymore. Right after that episode, actually he came to pick me up from where I was, and he prompted, why don't you go back to church? And when I went back that weekend, the sermon was on suicide.
Back then, probably we are at our wits' end. I think communication was tough. We were really stuck. There's no way out, which was why I mentioned to her, why don't you go back to church? She has been a Christian, and probably that's the only way that can help her.
So in 2023, after I went back to my home church, when I was praying for the family, because I knew that we couldn't carry on anymore. That was the first few times that I hear God very audibly. He said that, bring them to me. So I started bringing my children to church, and I started seeing the change. They were improving, but there was still a gap because between the two of us, divorce is still on the table. We weren't communicating. And God spoke to me and said, bring him to me. I spent a long time wrestling with him, saying that he's stiff-necked, he's impossible. I cannot bring him. He will never set foot in church. But he kept insisting, bring him to me. The kids started inviting him, and he began opening up his heart to coming to church. And eventually, because of the invitation, he started going. From 5 minutes to 20 minutes to an hour to a full service.
As a non-believer back then, I was curious to attend a prayer night. So we went. Pastor Liner started the service with the sinner's prayer. I look within and surrender all my sins. At the end of service, Pastor Tony came to me and mentioned to me, brother, can I pray for you? And as he was leading into the prayer, he mentioned God is at your doorstep. Why aren't you letting Him into your life? And at that point in time, I actually didn't know what to do. In fact, I was still a bit resisting. As he was praying for me, he paused and he had a vision. He dropped a vision to me about the vines and the branches, and subsequently gave a verse, John chapter 15 verse 4. I think that was the part where I felt that God is very close to me and He's pursuing me and speaking to me. And that was very real. After I received salvation, the first thing that brought to me was honestly the restoration of our marriage. I think we worked together really more like partners rather than individuals. I think that really helped a lot in our marriage. And through that, in that particular season, we had our zonal camp, we had EHS. That was really impactful for us because a lot of things happened. God was really trying to restore us fully. Even after salvation, I felt that that was really just the first part of it.
After salvation, I think having God centered in our family really makes everything very different. Having the kids pray together, as a couple praying together, even when we have troubles or problems, the communication now is not just about you and me, but also like what does the Bible say? We try as much as possible to pray about it. I think that really changed the whole atmosphere at home, following which I think the sermon has delivered this idea of Sabbath, which also then influenced how he runs his business, the rhythm of his career, the rhythm of our time with the children as well. It's a whole restoration from the biggest picture to the smallest detail. So now every meal our kids would lead to say grace. That's like small little things that you would see. They will preach, they'll share with each other verses at home. They will open up the Bible just to read to each other, curious about the stories and what the Lord has to say. I think that's really the shift in atmosphere that I think God has really done for us.
I think for me, I'm just really thankful that God has came into my life. I think without Him, honestly, the path would be really different.
Gratitude, overflowing gratitude, because we can feel God's grace flowing out from not just our family to our careers, but also in teaching us how to ground ourselves in the community. I've never really grounded myself in any cell, but really the cell that God has showed us to, with the support of all the cell members and the cell leaders, taught us to be more grounded and anchored in the words, which there is this unspeakable peace in our heart and assurance to know that He is near and He is real.
For those who are watching this video, you may be in this similar situation. I really want to share with you that God has been really, really good to us. He has been so real to us. If we look back, we are really at our lowest, or honestly, point of no return. But we will really pull out from our lowest through God. All I can say is that God is so true and so real to us. Through this video, I hope that you could really experience God through your own means.
Those who are going through darkness, I just want to assure you that there's power in prayer. Those that have walked out from God, know that He is always near. Even if your prayer feels like it's not answered, He is doing work behind the scenes. Just keep praying and the breakthrough will come. If all you can see is darkness, I would urge you to fix your eyes on God, walk with somebody who can pray together with you, and salvation is near.